Welcome back to Sewing Together with Sarah. In this video, I am going to be talking about a couple of different really basic sewing machines. I get questions from some of my students' parents wanting to know what kind of sewing machine they should buy. Most of my students don't have sewing machines at home. And of course, when they get a taste for sewing and they get their hands in it and they start learning, they get really excited. And so they take all that information back to their parents. And then before I know it, I've got parents that are asking me, what sewing machine should I buy? What do you recommend? So that is what this video is about. So I'm going to go ahead and switch views, and I'm going to put it on the sewing machines that I use here in my studio, and I'll tell you why I like them, and I'll discuss some of the features that I look for in a sewing machine that is perfect for adults and kids just starting out. Okay, so I actually have three different machines here in my studio, and these all happen to be brother sewing machines. I have three of these sewing machines here, and then I have one of this one and one of this one. So it just kind of happened that way when I was setting up my studio and getting prepared to start classes. That's just kind of how it happened. So I will go through each one of these machines. They're all very comparable and they all have basically the same features. So with that, the one in front here, this is a brother sewing machine. So I have my little sticky there. That's to help my students remember a certain step when they go to turn their machine on. This does not come with the machine, but I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here. And might have to adjust the screen a little bit, but if you can see here, this is just your standard sewing machine. I got actually this machine and the one directly behind it, both from Amazon. I ordered from Amazon, and then the other machine I got from Costco. So this machine, and just like the other two, this is, and I am not paid by Brother or anything like that. I'm not paid to endorse their machines. Brother has always made really great machines. They're also manufacturers for Baby Lock, if you've heard of the brand of Baby Lock sewing machine. So, but what I like about these and the things that I looked for when I was setting up my home sewing studio to teach, there are certain features that I wanted my students to have when they were just beginning, and they've really become invaluable. So one of the things is that I look for is a speed control. This right here is a speed control. There's three different, it kind of goes up slow and then fast. This is the fastest, but speed control is really good. It allows the student to start off using the speed control, and then eventually they get into using the foot pedal and learning how to use the speed control there. But speed control right up here is really important in my opinion. The next thing is a needle down button. This is a needle down button. It puts the needle down, push it and the needle goes down, you push it again and the needle comes up, and that's a really good feature to have. The next one is a back stitch button, a button that actually you push it each time and it back stitches. I prefer this over the lever. On some machines there's a lever over here and you have to hold it down and then back stitch. So you're kind of holding it down, the student's holding it down, and then with this hand they're still trying to keep their pattern piece straight under the needle and following that seam allowance while they're trying to hold that down, which is fine. Some students do great, but I just prefer the button. I just think it's a little bit easier. The next thing would be, I think that's pretty much all actually. And all of these machines have it, but I wanted to show each one of the machines. So this is the Brother CS 6000i. It's a computerized digital machine. Right here is the digital display right here. And then I'm going to slide this one out of the way and I'll show you the next one. And then the next one, this one I got on Amazon as well. And this also has speed control. It has the needle down button and needle up button. And it has the back stitch button. And of course there's more features on this one than the CS 6000i that I just showed you. There's a lot more stitches, but the same basic features. This model is a little bit heavier duty than the other one that I just showed you, but it's still a great machine. The next one, this is the one that I got at Costco, and Costco seems to sell this one every Christmas. It is the XR3340. And again, it's got the speed control, it's got the needle down button, it's got the back stitch button, and then a few of various stitches and what have you. These are all very comparable machines. This one also is heavier duty, just as heavy duty as the other one. The one previous that I just showed you, and heavier duty than the first one that I showed you. But these are all great machines. These machines, I have to say, these machines before COVID, they ran, I know Costco with a coupon, were running like a $30 coupon. And it was around $160 for this machine, and the other two machines on Amazon were running about the same as well. But because of the whole COVID thing, I went on Amazon because I was hearing that the cost of these machines had almost doubled. So that's really unfortunate, but these are very affordable machines. I think they're great machines to start off with. Janome also makes a machine similar to these that's around the $250 range, which is another great machine. Janome is another great manufacturer of sewing machines. But I don't recommend, and you'll even hear in the sewing community and with experienced sewers, that really the kid type sewing machines, which are much smaller than this, if you've got a student, I get students that are taking my class, and a lot of them end up continuing to sew at home, and they become sewettes that are going to be doing it for an extended period of time, even in their home, and they really want a sewing machine that's going to last them more than a few months. And I've never used any of those little kid machines, but I've done some research, and those little kid machines are not recommended. So, and even I personally do not recommend them. So again, these are the machines that I use in my studio. I've had them for 3 years. I've only taken them in one time to my repair guy, and that's so that he could clean up the oil that was inside of them at manufacturing, because it's a little bit thicker oil than what you would use to oil your machine. So he cleans all that up and what have you. So anyway, so these are the machines. If you have any other questions on what I just showed you, please feel free to shoot me an email. It's sewingtogether907@gmail.com. You can check out my Facebook page. Please check out my Facebook page, which is under the same name, Sewing Together, and I think it says Sewing Together with Sarah, but you can find it under Sewing Together. But anyway, so there you have it, and thank you again for watching my video, and happy sewing, and let's sew together.